Hi, welcome back to, finally, the next Battle Cats video in this series. I can explain why I took 2 months to get this started, but I'd rather just show this. So, here you can see, I've beaten some of these levels without a video proper for them. The reason for this is I've got a new phone, and I had a video for them, but while I was making my new video, I kinda got a new phone, and I didn't feel like redoing it at all. So there you go. I just beat some levels. Just same old stuff, there's nothing challenging. But here you'll see why it really took me a month. Well, not this level in particular, but the next. In Machu Picchu, the level boss is Muth, and the Muth is pretty easy to kill because my Gravolodon targets alien enemies in particular, so I made quick work of him. I noticed that there was a cat scratcher thing available, so I went ahead and played around with it a little bit. And I got a couple good things, like a lot of cat food, that's one thing for sure. So it was pretty cool. I got something out of it, luckily. Other than that, I opened some event tickets and some rare tickets, and that's about it. Of course, though, with my luck, I didn't get anything good but a Viking cat. But I decided to sell him for some XP anyways. And with the side things out of the way, we make our way to Colombia, possibly the most difficult level yet, and the reason I haven't made one of these videos in 2 months. The level starts off with a single metal hippo, but some dark doges soon join him. Apart from the onslaught of dark doges and metal hippos, this level would not be anything interesting if not for the dark gories. The dark gories in this level make quick work of everything that I have, and nothing that I could do stood a chance against them. Utterly defeated, I went back to my base and rethought out a plan. I went to my equip menu and looked for some enemies that target black enemies. So I figured if I put Magica Cat on there, I would be able to just defeat all of them. Oh boy, was I wrong. As before proper, some dark gories spawned in, and this time, once again, not a single Magica Cat could get a decent hit on one of the dark gories. If anything, it hit one of the angel hippos, so once again, I was defeated. So I go back to my base and decide to make a full kit of cats, and I thought this would work for one reason, and that is, I had some XP to throw away. So I went back and I went to Colombia. I figured this time I would surely win. I quite quickly realized what was wrong with this plan, and that was my money. I did not have infinite money to throw away like this, and so very quickly I went bankrupt. Even though I got past the first onslaught of dark gories, more followed, and I just wouldn't be able to hold up. So I put on all I have, all my power-ups that I think would be useful, and I went at it one more time. Once again, the first set of Dark Gories were defeated pretty easily, but I didn't stand a chance against the second. Once again, I decided to switch up my army a little bit, and I went back at it again. Once more, I just switched up my party a little bit, and we go back into Columbia for one last rematch. Defeated, I put my phone down, and I rested. I rested for a long time. I wasn't quite sure what to do. 2 months passed by. I was in a car ride back home from work. It was 2 a.m. I just opened my phone and wanted to experiment with the level, just because, there was some stuff going on. I spent the cat food reels, and I got 999 cat food. Spent it again, and I got 102. I used a platinum ticket that I got from a mission that I didn't get on camera, because why would I? I got this little critter again, so I sold him for XP, and I went to best of the best, and made probably both the worst and best decision I've ever made in the series. Spent a lot of money on 11 draw. I saw what I got, and I didn't think too much of it, but I knew I had to put it to use. It was better than anything else I had, surely. And here I'm just going through what I have and what I don't have, and selling what I do have for XP and using the rest. So I took a look at the Uber I got, Splendid Ganesha. I looked at its abilities and things. It didn't target any enemies in particular, but that didn't matter to me. It did have the long reach ability and strengthen ability. That made me think that it would be very useful, and I would not be wrong. I take one look at Columbia. I don't put on any power-ups. I of course put my cat in, and I go right into the battle. At this point, it was all or nothing. I'm giving it my all. Started off fairly normal. My cats went in, they started fighting the metal hippo. The Dark Doge came out, but it was pretty easy to deal with and he didn't cause too much damage. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see Splendid Ganesha used yet because I just barely missed it and instead put out a Gvolodon. The second Metal Hippo spawned in, but that didn't really pose a threat to me because I could easily take them out alone. Then the first Black Gory comes in. I wasn't too threatened, I had already faced them before. I had a good feeling that I could defeat the first phase. But I did get to see Splendid Ganesha in all of her glory. Or his, I don't know. It might be a him. So he came out, and he immediately did his punch thing. He did the thing with his hands, and it did a lot, apparently. Although, yeah, I didn't get to see it used on the Black Gories because my Gravolodon, of course, finished off the first round. This is usually where I begin to lose. They begin pushing me back. But what's this? I'm not being pushed back? Oh. Splinted Ganesha got hit. I figured I didn't know how much HP he had, but I figured this would be okay. This went on 2 more times, where he'd get knocked back. But the second round of Black Gories was over. I defeated them. I didn't know if there would be a third round, but I was just happy to get it over with. I kept progressing, even if the pesky metal hippos did keep me from getting to the base as quickly as I would have wanted to. At this point, I was pretty sure I would have won, and I'd be right. Upon approaching the base, I was so happy. 2 months I'd been stuck on this level. I tried it over and over again off camera. Nothing that I tried worked, but I won. The happiness I felt in this moment is not understandable. So I immediately went into Jamaica and repeated the process. Jamaica featured some tough aliens, but it was nothing I hadn't faced in the past. Though granted, they did push a lot before I had the money to get my good units out. But, you know, it was pretty containable. And with relative ease, I beat Jamaica as well. And then straight into Mexico I went. Mexico is a bit more unique, as you'll see in just one moment. The level starts off with some tough aliens, but then some red horns come in. And the red horns aren't too big of a deal, but they weren't alone. Of course, some shy guys had to come in. These were kind of a big deal, but nothing I hadn't dealt with in the past. But then there was another one. Another one came out. I was like, well, okay, I can handle them both. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. And, well, I did. Splinted Ganesha did. She just killed everything. A third one came out, but he was also pretty easily killed. So with that, Mexico is also beaten alongside the other victims that have faced me today.